with pads on? I know you're going to be very controlled, but just give us your first thoughts on being out there again.
It felt great. Just missed some of the little things, from putting your pads on, the smell of your helmet when you sweat. So just little things like that.
How much time do you need after having this time off to get back up to full speed and be ready to go?
I need all the time I can get. That's why every day is important. You gotta come out to work.
You said you missed all the little things. What was it like to be out here, moving around a little bit finally?
It was great. It was great just to get out here with the guys, communicate, work on some technique. That's always fun when you're able to work on your craft and spend some time doing that. That felt great.
What's the biggest focus for you? Obviously, a lot of new pieces on this O-line, trying to mesh that together and trying to, become a part of that. What's the biggest focus for you specifically?
For me, I think just taking every day one step at a time is the biggest approach. Not trying to think about too much or not trying to do too much. Just trying to get better every day.
What are your first impressions of Joe Mixon? We've never asked you about him, and you're going to be a huge part of his success.
Me and Joe was in contact a lot. My time coming here. So, my impressions of him just off the charts. Like, he's a great guy. He's got a lot of energy. He loves the ball, so I love that about him.
Obviously, LC, the defense has had maybe a little bit better of it to start camp, but to see the way camp ended today, the last couple of drives, you guys, the first team, must have felt really good.
Oh yeah, man, that's right where you want to be going into a game. So just to see the offense be clicking like that on all cylinders, that's what you want to see.
I know you haven't been out there dealing through the reps, but you've been out there being a leader, talking to the guys. How much does it help just being there, being able to mentally go through all these drills, even if you're physically?
It's been big, a few new things that Frank obviously added to the toolbox, so some of those things felt new. So I got to get used to working those things. But other than that, it's like riding a bike, man, like literally, But you gotta lock in on small things. They make the biggest difference. So just continue to work.
What do you think of Frank so far?
He's a hell of a coach. He's definitely the best line coach out there around the league. So that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
You talked about the conversations with Joe Mixon when you were, before you came here. What were those conversations like, and how big of a part of that process was he?
He was a big part of that. Anytime you got the guys that's going to be handling the ball, that's going to be making plays, wanting you to be there, lead them, through that whole thing, I think is huge. So, to know that you got their support and they got yours, that's big.
Because of the sack number last year on Joe Burrow, there's a lot of criticism about the play of the offensive line last year. You've been around the league long enough to know talent is talent. Do you feel like you guys have enough talent and maybe in a sense are a little bit underrated? Like, do you feel like it kind of got blown out of proportion?
I think we're right where we need to be. I think the biggest thing is, the film is your resume, so you just got to let it speak for itself. When you step on the field, we play that first game together, and we get to week 2 and the rest of the season, that's going to be able to speak for us louder than anything we can say. So we just got to go out there and put the work in.
How important is it for you to hit somebody?
It's real important. That's what I do.
Right, and they said they're going to control you. Zach said he wants to really control you, manage you.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you're going to really want to hit somebody when you're out there.
No doubt. And that time's going to come. So we ain't rushing it. Trust me, we ain't rushing it.
What is the most difficult part of getting acclimated to a new team, a new system and everything like that?